Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? I've left Tom muted because he's going to do a fart sound the minute I turn it on. Here we go. Hey, Wendy. I think I've said hello to everybody so far.
Yes, and now of course if you left out one person they're going to be very offended.
No. Wendy, Linda, Sylvia. I saw Carol. Carol didn't think she would be able to join in the live chat because her PC's playing up. She's borrowed a tablet. Teresa, hello.
Nice. On that note, guys, if we do miss any of your messages, please don't be offended.
I do always go back and watch them afterwards.
Yeah.
Although these Wednesday ones are a bit more chill. I think I sort of more or less kept up last week. I really enjoyed it last week, actually, just sort of chilling out. I felt like I'd been to a crafting session with friends. So Teresa and Bonnie are both in the States. It must be early over there. It must be fairly early morning over there. Is it? I don't know. It depends on which part of the States you're in.
Are we going to have any crazy Aussies up late watching us?
We might do. I think Paula in New Zealand said she would do her best. And who else? There was someone else. Was it Margaret? Someone else in Oz was going to do their best. But it is really late for them, like midnight or something. Because here in the little old UK, we're all the same all through the country, same time zone. But in the States and Australia and that, they depends on where they are in the country, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we appreciate when people manage to make it here in our time zone because it's like middle of the day. They could have better things to do.
Well, look, Brenda's in Australia. What time is it there, Brenda?
Nice.
Teresa's 8 a.m. Bonnie's 9 a.m. Oh, thank you, Sylvia. I enjoyed making it. Mrs. Purple. Had to be purple for Sylvia. Hey, Diane. I think it's Diane. I think D is Diane. Oh, well, it's nice to see you popping in, even if you can't stay. Hey, Lucy. And Susan. Julia. What time is it in Turkey? Oh, I need to do a quick Google Translate to ask her what time it is in Turkey.
Doing that, yeah.
Oh, are you doing it? Yeah.
Well, I was going to translate what she said, but yeah. What you should do is translate and try and pronounce it.
It's only 8:56 p.m. In Australia. Not as late as I thought.
Not in Western Australia.
I'm sure it was going to be like midnight or something for Christine, I think. I don't know. Does it vary that much in Australia? It's a big place.
It is
I'm glad you made it too, Andrea.
Place.
Now, am I managing not to shout, Tom?
But I mean, mostly.
Right. It's what time is it? I'm gonna do my confetti. I love the confetti because it's pretty, but I know a lot of people find it a bit visually disturbing, so I don't. A smattering of polite applause. Tembob! Now, Tembob is another funny name in Discord, and now it's gone completely out of my head.
Yes. Was it sew a needle pulling thread or something?
Yes. I think it is. I find it easier to remember when people have got like normal names. Hey, Tori! Because I like to think of their normal names. Tembob, 50p. Julia! I wonder if I got time to quickly put hang on, I'm going to do this.
First thing Julia said was hello from Turkey to Annie and all the friends here.
Oh, is it? Hang on, I'm going to do Google Translate a minute.
Even though I don't know your language, I'm also here live. Greetings from Turkey.
We need a translate bot.
Yeah. It's nice that we can appeal to people even if they have no idea what we're saying. Probably more so if they don't know what we're saying, to be honest. They won't be offended by all the awful things we say.
Hang on, I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to switch on. Hey, Kerry! Oh, hang on. What have I done? Wait a minute. There, I've just done a message in Turkish to Julia.
Nice.
10 Bob's
saw
normal
you
name is
translating
Jackie.
as well, of course, so you didn't really need to paste it.
Oh, didn't I? What, did you see that on the stream? No.
Oh, no, actually, no, of course. Because
you will have, nobody else will have.
Yeah, I'm not actually watching the stream.
No, you're watching the... oh, no, I've lost... There we are. There we are. I'm back now.
Getting confused because I don't have the actual stream. I've got the chat and the thing that you're sending to me.
Yeah. Hey, Sue. Right, I think I've caught up with everyone. I'm gonna reveal my visage now. If I can remember how to do it. Wait a minute.
Sure?
Wait a minute. Yay!
Hey.
Did it work? Hello, everybody. And I've managed to, because what I wanted to be doing today, because I'm determined on these Wednesdays it's going to be all about chilling, keeping up with chat, and actually doing a bit of crafting. So I actually managed just now, last minute, talk about last minute, to finish my jacket design. Can you see that? Is that sitting right, Tom? Can you see it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be stitching on that today. That's my plan. So for anybody that doesn't know, the WIP of WIP and Waffle Wednesdays, WIP is work in progress. So these are the afternoons when I'm going to be sitting and chilling out and working on an unfinished object.
Get your UFOs
Thanks,
out of the way.
Sylvia. Hey, Nikki. And Jackie. Oh, lots of people. I was really pleased how well it all went last week and how many people turned up, because it was a bit last minute, and I know for like at least half our peeps it is a bit late or a bit early. Tori's painting a Warhammer miniature. There's a departure.
Nerd.
How come you're doing that, Tori? I haven't seen you do that before. Do you play Warhammer games? Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, sorry, the waffles aren't the edible ones. I'm right off my... well, not right off my... yes, I am right off my diet. Fortunately, I seem to have got away and not put more than a couple of pounds on, but there's been so much going on here, one way and another. I've just not been able to stick to it, so I'll be back to it soon. A complete newbie, it's a challenge. Oh, are you finding them a bit tiny to paint now, Tori? Are you having to use like goggles or... It doesn't contain gin. Just stuffing your face. I stuffed my face very quickly with an egg roll before I came upstairs.
Now, when you say egg roll, by that do you mean
egg
in a roll?
I mean...
not what Americans say.
I mean a hard-boiled egg in a roll with some mayonnaise, actually.
Because in America they call, I think what we call spring rolls, they call egg rolls, don't
they? Yeah. And also I think it can refer to some kind of sushi type thing, can't it? Hey, Karen!
Quite possibly. We've got to be careful with what we say with this global audience.
Yeah, I was a bit emotional as well, Karen. It's lovely to see Jen back, isn't it? I don't know if she will be with us or maybe lurking in the background today. But it's lovely to have her back in the fold, isn't it? Hey, Christine's here now. What time is it there? Very late. Just gone midnight. Yes, see, there's obviously a huge difference in time zones. So, who was it now? Who was it from Australia just now? My head is like a sieve.
Someone else in Western Australia.
And it was 8:56 for her there, so it's like 9 p.m. for her now. But it's gone midnight for Christine. Yeah. Oh, it's nice of you to pop in and say hello, Christine.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was Terry who was an Aussie.
Yeah. Ah, yes, that's right. Yeah. She'll soon be back to her fighting fit self, I'm sure. Yeah, everybody's very glad to see her back. Oh, Jen, we missed her. One of the family. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do something now. I'm going to keep up with the chat.
Yeah, these are the streams where you have to pull your finger out and do stuff.
Yeah, well, just chill and do stuff. So last week I did some of those Millefiori things, didn't I? I lost my jacket. Oop. You'll have to tell me, Tom, if I start shouting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, go
You
get some
shouting?
sleep. Shut up. Go get some sleep, Christine. Hope the bugs don't bite. They have actual bugs over there, don't they? Actually scary bugs over there.
Yeah, if you're bitten by a bed bug in Australia, you'd lose your
Well, I
leg.
think you'd know all about it. The scariest thing we have here is we have adders. That's our only venomous snake, isn't it?
You don't see them often, though, do you?
No, and we have bees and wasps that might bite you, but sting you. But
I mean,
Nikki's
if
doing
a
a
hedgehog
whippet
managed to get into the
portrait.
tree and you looked up just as it fell out,
Yeah.
that would be nasty.
Now that reminds me, Nikki's saying she's doing a whippet portrait and she's popped a progress picture in the live stream. So anybody who's in our Discord community, if you can share pictures of anything you're working on while we're streaming in the live stream follow along room. I mean, you can put them in show and tell or whatever as well, but I'll be checking the live stream follow along room during the
Oh
during
no,
the
you've broken
stream.
the bot. It doesn't work.
I did start the bot.
It's actually running? Or is it saying, do you want to update? Or something stupid.
You can see my screen, can't you?
Yeah.
Here it is. Can you see it?
Well, yeah, we don't usually need it. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Tom will manually put a link to Discord in there. And we'll work that out, work out what's... Whoa! Yeah. And also,
Did that
if
sound effects scare you?
yes, they did. And if hey, Purple Poppy. If you're in the Facebook group and not in Discord, you could share pictures in there as well. It's just easier to quickly check in the Discord follow along room. I'm just going to check in there now, actually, just to see what.
Yeah, I'll try and keep an eye on it so I can
it.
let you know when there's stuff to
Yeah, live
look for,
stream
'cause I've got
follow along.
another.
There it is.
I've got another screen.
Right, so it's here. Oh, Snoppy's been detaching one corner of her bedroom and cleaning all morning. I've had her very first embroidery kit. Wow. Gonna finish that off. That's a good idea. Oh, it's beautiful.
Don't forget to reattach the corner of your bedroom when you're done, or you'll fall through the floor.
That's lovely, isn't it? I love the effect of that grassy bit, but I love that texture.
Yeah.
And here's Nikki's. Oh, those eyes. Oh, soulful.
Very nice.
That's a beautiful start, Nikki. I hope you'll post another picture. No, pictures as you go along. And what's Tori doing? Painting the Warhammer. I'm gonna have to open the picture up to see that.
You're definitely a nerd, Tori.
That's tiny. Nerd.
Hey, Emily.
I like the Moomins in the background. Right, let's come back up. I'm getting myself confused now. A minute. So, hey, Emily. And Kate. Miss Kate. Right, okay. I'm going to actually do something now. Right, okay. My plan with this is I'm going to stitch the outlines and stitch in some veins on the leaves and stuff, because this is where I got the design from. You see, like on the flower there's a darker pink, the darker pink lines in the petals I want to put in stitch, and then everything's outlined. I think I'm going to go with like a charcoal grey for the outlines, and then I want to do where you got these scallopy designs that are just like dotted there. I think I'm just going to stitch that in a almost the same shade of pink, so it just look like a bit of a texture in the background kind of thing. So I might find a darker pink and start doing these. I don't know if I need to pencil the lines first or if I'll be all right just winging it.
Yeah, you'll probably manage.
Yeah. Maybe I'll start this one first because that's a bit easier.
At least when you're stitching, if something does go slightly wrong, you can always just
take them out.
Pick that stitch out.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll leave a hole there. For anybody that...
I suppose through the paint you might...
Yeah. I could always paint over if I absolutely had to. I managed to get... The only accident was I managed to get a couple of little tiny dots of orange there. But I reckon this bit will get covered by the stitching, the scallop stitching. And this bit I can either try scraping it off with a blade, which is possible, or I'll dot some sequins around and
just
make a butterfly.
A lot more red all over
I thought about deliberately splattering, but I bottled out. Not blood. Or I could just try mixing up some paint the same colour as the jacket, paint over it. That's another option.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe making a butterfly in a little print fabric or something like that. I don't know. But I'm going to do the rest and see how I feel. I
don't know if anyone's even going to notice it if you hadn't pointed it out anyway.
Bye, Bonnie. Thanks for popping in. Happy hairdo. Yeah, I'm customising a jacket, Emily. I bought this from eBay for just under 15 quid, I think it was. And I really like it. I like it as it is, but it's a bit, plain. So, yeah, the plan is... I've painted that on the back, inspired by my granny's china. Do the scallop stitching there. I might bring some of the scallop stitching onto the front as well. Possibly even have a flower coming out the pocket, but that I might decide that's too much. And I even thought about kind of wrapping the buttons in little print fabrics to make them more interesting. I haven't fully decided about that. But these fabric paints, so it's these ones, they're fantastic. And I've done all of that, and I thought I might run out of paint, didn't know how far it would go. But even the yellow that I used most of is still about half full.
Goes a long way. Yeah,
I didn't have to second coat anything. You can kind of mix them together to blend them on the fabric. And now they're dried and I've ironed it. Somebody was asking about this in the comments the other day about how stiff it is. It is, don't know if you can hear it. There's a slight stiffness, but I tried pushing pins into it a couple of times and I think I'll be fine stitching for it, so it's not
looks
that
about the same as those sort of printed design t-shirts you get.
Yeah. I had to iron it with some baking parchment in case it messed up my iron. You have to iron it with a hot iron for 5 minutes and then it should be alright at 40-degree wash, but I haven't tried it yet. Could always do another flower with a speckled centre. Oh yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do a hummingbird about to land on the flower or hover near the flower, I guess.
Oh, I think that might be a bit... I did think about, like Susan saying about butterflies, I did think about butterflies. Yeah. Hey, Tracy. Tracy Ann.
Yeah,
I always call her Tracy Ann. Yeah, remember to like the live. Oh, yeah. And if you aren't subscribed already by any chance, please click. Do you know, last time we did the big live, 3 people unsubscribed.
Yeah, I was one of them.
I'm trying to tell myself that maybe some people clicked on subscribe not realising they were already subscribed and unsubscribed by mistake. I don't know, I'm probably kidding myself.
Could be that. What are you saying about the intelligence of your viewers? That's very
well,
rude.
I've done that before.
Yeah.
Thinking I'm clicking like and I've unliked instead. Well. Yeah, but...
I've definitely been unsubscribed from channels that I didn't unsubscribe from before.
So there you go, yeah. But yeah, so because I'm like, I think it's only, I don't know, can you see that? I can't see the subscriber count at the minute, but so close to 9k, and I'm saving this for when I hit 9k. I got this on YouTube.
Oh, 8.99.
Oh. So it's what do they call it? Brick kit. High Five. It's one of these High Five reward things they did for YouTube creators. But there were only 1,000 of these, so I felt very lucky to get one. I believe Zoe Hartis got one as well, but I haven't watched her video yet. But basically, it's a Lego. It's like a Lego. It's not Lego. It's fake Lego. But you build your own. Well, let's put it here. You build your own YouTube symbol. I think that's brilliant. So and they challenge you to see how fast you can do it. So on the day I hit 9,000, I'm going to do that.
Let's not do it in a stream though, because it's going to take you 4 or 5 hours.
How long did it take Zoe? Like 10 minutes or something, probably.
If that, probably. Yeah.
Seriously, I bet I'm going to be really slow at something like that.
Yeah. I mean, no.
They did one before, which was like a neon light thing with the YouTube symbol. I went for that, and they were already gone. Yeah, so I was gutted. So I was very, very pleased to get, because I don't know how many YouTube creators they've invited to this thing, but obviously it's going to be thousands and thousands, aren't there? And there were only 1,000 of these things went out. Yeah.
Enough waffle, more whip.
Yeah,
you thread that needle.
2 kinds of whip going on here. Oh.
You know, all the people who watch your channel, they hate all the waffle. No one can stand
Good job they don't, innit? So, what is everybody else doing? Heard from a few people.
I've got my watercolours ready. I'm not going to actually get around to using them, but I've got them ready. So
much for you, nagging me.
Yeah, well, it's not the arty-farty Tom stream.
Well, I think it kind of is, really. I mean, you might not be
they
visible
are mostly
now,
here for
but
me, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
Oh, Emily's doing her October stuff.
October. I still haven't caught up on Arty-Fartober, which I promised myself I was going to do. It's just so much life getting in the way this time.
I don't want to say that that's unacceptable, but
Jackie's making a blue and white
struggling to accept it.
Oh, what for the swap, Jackie? Susan's crocheting. I love a bit of crochet.
Oh, a horrible meat pie. That is a shame.
Oh, is that annoying? When you're really looking forward to something, you've got a fancy for something like a meat pie or whatever it might be, and it's just lets you down. Meat
pie is one of those things that can go either way, isn't it? You can have a really bad one.
Yeah, yeah. Or they can be amazing. I've had more meat in this last month with Richard staying. Richard is my oldest son, staying with us, than I've had for the last year, I think. John's going to have to. John's going to hate it going back to meat free again.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's not much longer now. Oh look, Carol subscribed again because she had to create a new account. Bonus. Everybody's starting it. No, I'm joking.
That would be against terms of service.
Look at me going in with my stitching now. Let's see how this is to stitch through, and then I will let people know, in case anyone's interested, how this washes. I'm hoping it'll be all right. Now I'm going to have to, you know how normally I have such a messy backside? I've just realised I've done this wrong. I have such a messy backside because I don't worry about it.
Hey, I suppose here you're going to have to.
I'm going to have to, so I'm going to start that again, and I'm going to do it properly, like Sarah Humphrey shows.
Although while it's being worn, no one's going to see the backside.
No, but it will matter more when.
Yeah. Oh, you paid $5.95 for this bad meat pie.
Oh, what? What brand was it? Let's make sure we avoid it.
Boycott.
Linda bought a little cross-stitch sampler from Sally Army yesterday. Oh, I love having a little like sampler kit or anything, any kind of little kit thing. Actually, it's just something I took to a freeway with me to Cornwall. Really enjoyed doing that. Tracy Ann's sorting her flat out, and then going to start October Art Month. I'm completely behind Tracy. I've only done the first 3.
Yeah.
I might take a leaf out of Claire's. I think it was Claire. Yeah, it's Claire. She's doing all of her Arty-Fartober prompts on one big sheet of paper. I might do that now. Do it on one big sheet of paper and then print it on some fabric and turn it into stitchery. That could be fun.
I saw someone doing one sheet and they were doing Zentangles for each of the prompts.
Yes, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Looks
that
cool.
Wasn't Sue, was it? Sue's probably doing it. I'm going to do this like Sarah Humphrey shows and go in like away from the work, and I can cut that off later.
Carol's getting started on the muff.
Are you making a muff too? Don't know if this is going to be a bit awkward to stitch on. It's going through fine, but
Jackie's been having a mare with the food shopping from Amazon.
Oh, really? You do sometimes, don't you? You've had odd problems.
Yeah, I had a strange problem through Deliveroo recently. Yeah. I had 2 bags of shopping, and the driver accidentally delivered one of them to the customer she had to drop stuff off to on the way. She was very apologetic and went and got the stuff. I think in the end there was one thing missing. Because the customer had opened it and then realised that it wasn't their shopping, and they must have already unpacked one thing or something. But I just told her it was fine and that it looked like everything was there. Because
at least she did her best to.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing Christine style backstitch now because that looks a bit tidier on the reverse. You know, like normally with backstitch you get that kind of overlapping thing. But the way Christine does it, it ends up looking like a running stitch at the back. So like for me, for normal backstitch, I've gone down there, I've come up here. I would go back down there and come up ahead of that one. You don't with Christine styly. I bet you can't see that. With Christine styly, you come up again where you've already come out, and then go back down, and then go ahead. So you're not doing any of the overlapping on the back. I think I'm getting this right. I'm going to have to check the back now to see.
Yeah, I can get Amazon to do food shopping via Morrison's for me, which is nice.
Haha. There, let's see, I'll just have a little running stitch on the back. That won't look quite so messy. And this bit I can cut away because
that is better.
Because that's all it's all secure now because I did a little couple anchoring stitches there. So I'm hoping this will work. Neat. For me, that is ludicrously neat. Normally I'd have all sorts of stuff all over the place.
So the trick is just to be better at stitching then?
Yeah, trick is to watch Christine and learn how to do it properly. And Sarah Humphrey as well. She's like a proper embroiderer.
Everyone go check out Christine's channel.
Yeah. While she's asleep. Andrea's
stop watching this
adding
nonsense.
Housework and goals and birthdays to your next year's planner.
Nice.
Chronic pain and bad memory. Yeah. Tom's taught me how to use Trello, so I've started to use that to organise my life a little bit.
Yeah, there's no shame in using a computer to augment things.
Augment your brain.
Exactly. That's what computers are for.
Jackie just got Gina B Silkworks Yorkshire button kit. Lovely.
Nice.
I got one. I got exactly that same kit for a friend of mine last Christmas. I hope she enjoyed it. I love Gina B Silkworks kits. I've got the button book that John got me for my birthday, or was it birthday or Christmas anyway? It was on my heavy hint list. And I still haven't. I've got loads more to do, but I'm looking forward to it. You don't have to always finish everything straight away, do you? I've gone wrong here.
Yes, you do. Always.
You can take your time and just, carry on with things when the mood takes you. Oh no. Bottle of brandy missing. That's not on. I guess they're probably pretty good at sorting it out though, aren't they, usually when things go wrong? It's one of the things I do like about Amazon. I must admit it disturbs me a little bit how often Amazon is my first port of call for so many things. I kind of feel conflicted about that,
Yeah, I mean, I'd really like it if they paid their taxes, but I'm not so angry about it that I'm going to stop, having the convenience and low cost of...
Exactly. But also how well they treat their staff is not great from what I've heard. So... Yeah. But having said that, it's such a range of stuff, isn't it? The prices are good. You can easily search and compare prices and the logistics of their delivery and everything. They've obviously
I'm a massive hypocrite because I don't agree with their business practices. But
you use them all the time.
Business practices to allow me to buy things that I otherwise couldn't.
Yeah, it's one of those things I do feel after a tussle with Amazon CS or customer service. That I was thinking, what's CS, customer service?
Yeah.
Do you know what I think?
The naughty shop, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie, they're usually quite good. If you do complain to customer service, they will often just give you a full refund rather than try and be picky about, well, if you send us the thing, we'll decide whether or not it's damaged or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, because they are such a big company, they could afford to just keep customers by giving them a refund.
For the goodwill kind of thing. And at least you can usually do it through one of the type chat things, can't you? So you haven't got to sit on a phone in a queue, which really annoys me. God, look at me, I've stitched a petal already.
You've done it in the wrong place, sir.
And now I've backstitched it, I'm going to whip
you
it
missed
now.
the lines. That face.
You're back. Oh dear.
Yeah, I'd always rather use chat on a thing than have to talk to someone over the phone.
I know a lot of people will say they just want to talk to a human being, which is fair enough, but I prefer not to do that.
I mean,
I prefer not to be sat in a queue on the phone.
Yeah, in my opinion, even in the chat, I'm quite happy it's AI I'm talking to rather than a human.
Yeah, and I suppose it often is, but yeah.
They usually do a better job.
Yeah.
Because the AI just really wants to help.
Yeah.
If it's a human, they've got like 5 people they're trying to talk to. They're not being paid enough to talk to one.
Yeah.
It's like they can't help you as well.
Do you reckon when they ask you afterwards how you found it, and they're so keen to get a good percentage from you or whatever, is that still AI or does that mean it's a human?
They'd still be interested in the feedback either way.
Yeah, I suppose so.
They definitely started with that for human feedback, but they also want to know that the AI is working.
Yeah.
And partially they want to keep up the illusion that they care what you think. Yeah. That's a very cynical opinion of why they might be asking that, but...
God, look at me actually doing stuff. You could share what Sue did. I'd have
the
to...
little paper book thingy, what's it?
Yeah, did you see it already?
Else?
Where did you see it?
I think there's a message in Discord about it. Somewhere.
I don't know how to do that, except for people who are in Discord can find it just the same as we could.
Oh yeah, in the heart-to-heart room there's... Yeah.
It's probably not the best place for that. Probably the craft show and tell would be a better place for that. Because a lot of people will miss it, otherwise not so many people go in that room. It's for more specific, for different things, really, isn't it? Yeah. I'm trying to think how I can do that. I don't know. I can't share my screen in this, so.
No, we haven't set up the ability to do that, have we? I say we.
So what we're talking about, in case anybody wonders, is the lovely Sue. I don't think Sue Matthews is with us. Sue, who was one of our guests just recently, and she made custom hand-bound books for one lucky viewer, and I can't remember who won it now. Oh, I can't remember who won it now, but anyway, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Her books are just amazing, and Tracy had admired them, and Sue very kindly sent her a lovely surprise.
She's a very nice lady, isn't she?
Yeah.
I will be right back. Just going to leave you on your own for about an hour.
Don't go. A customer-centric company. Me too. Hate talking on the phone. Worked in a... Yeah. See, I used to have to be on the phone all the time at work, but I hated it. I really loathed being on the phone. I just can't bear it. And the older I get, and the less, and the further away from a working environment, the less I'm inclined to do it. So now I just say to people, text me rather than phone me, because I won't pick up the phone. Look at that, everybody. I don't care what it looks like on the front. I'm more impressed with, look at my very neat, but that's the neatest backside I've ever done. So I just need to keep that up now.
Back. Have you broken it yet?
No, I was just showing off my very neat backside.
Ugh.
It's not quite sure what to do with the ends now. I'm just going to do that. Cool, eh? Look at that. For me, that's quite something. Just need to do it 3 more times now, and I'll move on to another colour. You can see it's going to take me quite a while to do this. What do you think, though? I think it does add something to it, doesn't it, having the stitching there?
Yeah, definitely.
Bit of texture. And I thought I'd better do the ironing part before I did the stitching, because it might flatten the stitching, possibly. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hey, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
I'm afraid we can't forgive you for being late.
You're not very late. You only missed half an hour.
This is possibly the most unforgivable thing that's ever happened in human history.
Mandy, do you recognise Granny's china? You recognise Granny's china? Oh, where's the cup gone? I've lost it. Oh. Mandy will remember that.
Yes, you will.
Granny used to... So Mandy's my sister, that's why. Granny used to keep her china service in a little kind of dark wood, like oak cabinet, in her dining room. The dining room was painted Wedgwood blue. Yeah.
Ooh,
And the china only came out on special occasions. We
So
used it on Sunday, didn't we?
We did, yeah. New picture in the live stream follow along from Granny Sue.
That's the place to put that picture, Tracy, that of the book from Sue.
Yeah.
If you put your photos in the live stream follow along, that would be the... And then we could put them in the Facebook group later as well. Oh, I need to have a look at that, don't I? That's why you're telling me, sorry.
I still want to know it existed. Yeah.
Just doing a stream by myself, not quite by myself, but you know. Just fiddling around. Oh, look, that funny. You see
Got some kind of...
me wittering away in the background.
She watching that fantasy film in the background, was it? The Hobbit, that was it, yeah.
Oh, I recognise some of those fabrics, Sue. Probably because you sent me pieces of them before. I recognise that one there with the... Well, that might be... That could be a bizarre one. Yeah, I recognise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those fabrics.
Yeah. And the crochet butterflies from yet another Susan just above.
Well, let's have a look.
Very nice.
Isn't that clever that they look like butterflies?
Yeah.
They kind of look like dragonflies as well, don't they? Oh, isn't that a clever pattern?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's that? And Kate, oh, that is a beautiful painting. What a clever lot we are, eh?
What a clever lot.
And and some hexes, 1-inch hexes. So now who was it telling us about the art hexes? Wendy Dutton, I think it was telling us about.
Oh yeah, the art hexie.
Because I was saying, what's an art hexie? It's art hexes, and Sylvia's cracked on and made some. They are fab, Sylvia. They look amazing. I think that'd be quite a fun idea for the next swap, maybe, wouldn't it? Because they're so tiny, they're only 1 inch, and look how much you can get on them. That is 1 inch, and you've managed to embroider all those words and things on as well.
Yeah, if you're in the Discord and you can't see the live stream follow along thing, you need to check for the public gallery group and make sure that it's been sort of expanded. It's got a little
arrow next to it.
if that's pointing to the right, it means you can click on it and it'll then point downwards, and a whole load of extra rooms will appear.
So look for the little drop down arrow. Whatever you need to do on whatever device you're watching, you might need to do a long click on something, or oh look, Tracy's put pictures of the beautiful books, not just books but books that Sue sent her. They're beautiful, and the one with the dolphins on has got swimmers and things inside because Tracy's into her swimming. They're lovely, really lovely. What a lovely surprise, Tracy Ann.
Oh, Jackie's having a bad time.
Hang on, I've got to come back up here now. Oh, the knitting has gone all... Oh, what? Okay, hang on. Let me catch up. You're not that late, Michelle. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, it's all good.
But the bag of bits I got from you with me to the caravan, that's why... That's why they look familiar.
It would be, yeah.
From Oxfordshire to Norfolk and back again, and now in Dorset. Oh. No, my knitting has gone all wrong. I'll have to frog it. This frogging it thing. Oh.
Yeah. It's always the way,
Someone's enjoying your bread. Someone's enjoying your freebie.
Yeah.
Because they won't know who they accidentally left it with, will they? Well, they won't be able to prove it anyway. Susan likes the idea of the art hexes. Popping between the two. Between which two? Popping between the two. So obviously got something else going on at the same time. Each side of the
around the time that we were talking
inch.
about the live stream follow along, so possibly that.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah, Discord.
Yeah, they do. That does look like a fun idea, doesn't it? I think it's something. Hi, Jan.
Hey, Jan.
I think it's definitely something we could look at for a future swap. I mean, they wouldn't go flat in an envelope. That's the only thing. Unless we agreed that we would send them unstuffed and the person who receives them could stuff them and finish sewing them up, maybe.
You could vacuum pack them.
Yeah.
Oh, those little vacuum pack clothes bag things.
Yeah.
Like originally I gave you some, then you bought some yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
They worked out well. It's amazing how flat things will go in this.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's very satisfying.
I mean, we know how much air is. Like when you get a mattress delivered these days.
Yes.
And they vacuum pack that. It's like...
You have to leave it for hours before it...
Yeah. It's always a little bit terrifying when you sort of open it. It's suddenly mattress.
It's like the car... What's the thing in the car called?
Airbag?
Airbag, yeah.
Lucky I know you, because...
What's the thing in
the car called?
I wish I could
Lisa.
I wish I could put various parts of my body inside a vac pack thing.
Well,
wouldn't that be amazing? I'd be in there all the time. I'd be flat as a pancake. Hi, Lisa.
It depends. If it's a lot of air you're trying to get rid of, it would work.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, Toy. I think that's right. Between Discord and YouTube is what she's meaning.
Yeah.
Want to draw in them. Yeah, you need to do something special in them, Tracy, don't you?
Yeah, do you get that thing where you've got some kind of paper or whatever material that's so special you don't want to use it for something that's not special enough? Yeah,
I think we all get that. Or
yeah,
for some of us it's the same thing with fabric. I have to say, I don't have a fear of a blank page thing. I don't have that thing. I absolutely love a blank page.
Because a lot of people struggle with that.
Yeah, I quite like it.
They'll do all kinds of they'll just get a base tone down so that it's not
to sort of break
blank page
it
anymore or whatever.
Yeah, I really quite enjoy a blank page. The trouble is my tendency will be to get fed up with what I'm doing and start another blank page or another blank sketchbook.
Yeah, I mean, coming up with ideas is not a problem for you, is it? You've got too many ideas.
Yeah, too many ideas, not enough time. A thing, again, I think many of us would identify with.
Oh, Jan's making dolls. Jackie's talking about a book called Flat Stanley.
Oh, yes. Yes, definitely. And some people do that thing where they make a Flat Stanley and send him around the world, and there's a there's a female version as well, isn't there? People send around the world.
Ooh, first time seeing. Hi, Linny.
Where's Linny? Hey! Hello, Linny. I know another Linny. I thought it was that Linny for a minute. She spells it with a Y, though.
So what are you working on?
I'm working on this jacket. It's a denim jacket that I bought plain, and then I used these acrylic textile paints. These are, in case anybody's interested, I'll try and remember to put a link to these in the description box of the video, but I won't do that till afterwards now. But
we're not sponsored
they weren't
by
expensive.
them,
Yeah.
Just a product that you bought and believe in.
Talking about Amazon again, I got them from Amazon, but they were very reasonable.
Yeah.
Can't speak yet as to whether they're supposed to be fine. I've set them with a hot iron, so they're supposed to be fine up to a 40-degree wash.
Supposed to be.
And they even suggest that if you can't iron whatever it is for whatever reason, because they work on leather and suede as well, you wouldn't want to iron them. But if you can't do that, you can put the whole thing in a hot oven instead, or not hot oven, 120 degrees C instead, and that will work. And then they should be all right to be washed. Then.
You don't go putting it on the self-cleaning cycle.
And I got the design. I kind of had to adapt it a bit to make it the shape I wanted, but pretty much got the design from this, which is a piece of my granny's old china. It's a bit of a Larry version of it, but
I mean, looks better on a jacket than if it was an exact replica, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to adapt it to what you're doing, haven't you?
Yeah. I think because the china has got a lot of it's worn off a bit now, but you can see there's like a gold rim. Well, it's not showing very well on camera, is it? But
You said rim.
oh, there you go. You can see it there. Oh, Tom. There, you can see it better there. I kind of feel like I want some glints of gold in this a bit, but I mean, I can't do like, gold edges or something. It would look stupid. But I think maybe just a few gold beads or sequins just to give a touch of it would work.
Yeah.
Maybe. Oh. Yes, it's very cool to have embroidered jeans now. You might be getting some for Christmas. So it's always saying, I'm telling myself now that if I don't use things because they seem precious and they aren't fulfilling their purpose, and it makes you use things. Yeah. And similarly, I guess I always think, well, because one of the things you're worried about when you hoard things like that, because that's what it is really, is wasting it. And to my mind, really, you're only wasting it if you don't use it, especially when there's things that aren't going to keep. Yeah,
it's a very common problem, as I'm sure all of you guys will know, in video games.
Yes, we all know about video games.
You get like the best weapon in the game or whatever, and it's like you don't want to waste the ammo, and then you've just beaten the last boss, the game's over. Oh, I didn't fire this fancy amazing gun once.
Yeah, well, it's a very similar phenomenon.
Your pockets are full of healing potions that could have kept you alive because you didn't want to waste them.
Yeah.
Same thing, but in a very slightly different context.
It's a very human hoarding instinct.
I was just thinking of trying some at-home urban sketching. I was going to paint the old house in Truro.
And that'd be nice. What, from Google
Street
Maps?
View and looked at it, and it's like, yeah, no.
It's not very pretty.
That is ugly.
It's not ugly. It was our home for 25 years. Oh, thanks, Mandy. Oh. Yeah. We've eaten dinner off of... I do use it quite often, actually. More often than Granny did, actually. The plates, but while Richard's been here, he's been automatically going for them, so we've used them more. We did lay the table properly the other day, didn't we? And get all the china
to use
out.
Fancy things, isn't it?
Yeah.
As long as everyone's being careful with them and not throwing them about, then that's what they're for.
You should use them. Yeah. I'm strangling myself on it.
Careful.
Hey, Jenny. 2 foster kittens. Oh.
Ed Hardy jeans with dragons and such like.
If you don't use it, you haven't got room for more stuff.
Well, quite.
I think
And not having room never stops you guys. You buy it anyway.
Thinking ahead to the new year, it's going to be my motto for next year. I think is going to be use it up, one way or another. Use it up or give it away.
So it's less for me to put in a skip in a couple of years.
Yeah. It's not big, funny, or clever. Joni, those parcels, people have been sharing pictures of those parcels you sent out to them. A couple of people that won the packs that Jenny was making up, slow stitching packs that Jenny was making up, that we gave away in the last live. Wow. They were amazing. She's obviously got a good stash to pull from and a good eye for putting the right colours and patterns together. So, because what she did was ask people what their preferences were, and then she made up a pack for them. They look fantastic.
Makes it a lot nicer, that, doesn't it? It's a more sort of personal thing.
Yeah. And the person's more likely to make good use of it as well if it's something you've pulled out stuff that's for them. Would anybody like to see, because I know not everybody will have watched my videos, would anybody like to see the tags I've had so far?
No. Yes, we'd love to.
I'm not asking you. Didn't make the packages pretty, so I stuffed them full instead. See, I'd rather stuff them full than make them pretty.
Yeah.
What I'm not good at, Tom will back me up on this, is wrapping things.
I will definitely back her up on that.
I will spend hours making a card and days making a gift. Then when it comes to wrapping it up, it looks like I may as well have scrabbled it together inside a bit of old newspaper. It's ridiculous
because you could even be wrapping up a box full of exquisite paper crafting stuff that's all been perfectly folded, and then
can't bear the wrapping. I'm not alone. My friend Trina, she's the same. She's exactly the same as me. We hate wrapping.
Because it makes you angry. And
it feels like a waste of time, and I don't know why, because when someone has beautifully wrapped something for me, I really appreciate it, and it does make it more special. I did show you
up a couple of years ago.
I
did all the tissue inside and everything.
And all the careful origami kind of folding.
Yeah, it was very easy. Yeah. That's the thing about wrapping.
Yeah, but you've never done it again, so I'm not going to even count it.
It's easy, but I can't be bothered. It's good to do things once to show you how easy it should be,
and then never do it again.
Just like painting. Paint a cat, bosh, easy, never bother again. Well, I mean, I would have bothered again, but you try to ruin that painting when mounting it, so...
I did ruin it when mounting it, yeah, it's a shame about that. Look at
I was so offended that I never want to paint again.
Look at my tidy backside.
That is very tidy.
Normally it would be like, all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I always say how easy embroidery is, but if you could see the backside of that embroidery, I forget what it was that I wrote, but it's something rude about you embroidered.
Oh, I can't imagine that. The backside of that
is very, very messy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Andrew's saying yes, please. Lisa's saying yes. Sue is saying yes.
Yeah.
No, it's not just you. Jackie loves wrapping, though. And Nikki loves my backside.
There's a channel that, as it approaches Christmas, always ends up coming up on at least my YouTube recommendations, where they do this amazing origami style wrapping of things, where
they're mesmerising to watch,
into a
aren't
Christmas tree and stuff. It's
those
fascinating.
People is it in Japan? Well, I mean, it's true it's other countries as well, but probably. I think it's in Japan. It comes up particularly where they have people in the shops doing this incredible, fast and
just
beautiful.
Flail their arms for a couple of seconds, and a perfect package comes out in front of them.
Even when it's not something simple like a box shape, they can still somehow make it. I must say, I learnt to make a kind of origami folded bag for putting awkward shapes in. And that made... I quite enjoyed that, but that's because it wasn't wrapping. It felt more like I was doing origami, which is fine. Don't mind origami. I love doing origami, actually.
Yeah, when you learn that basic fold for turning a piece of paper into a bag, you can make a bag out of any fancy papers you've got, and it's very handy for gifts.
Well, I haven't done a very good job of that.
Gift bags are your best friend, really, aren't they?
I love them. Gift bags and tissue. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at the tags I've got so far. I think I've got 5 so far. 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to take them out of their envelopes. Otherwise I'll be waving my address all over the place. I feel like half the people in the world know my address now. I've had so many lovely things, like from all over the world. So in no particular order, well, my very first ones, 2 came together, were from Lucy and Sylvia. And Sylvia was I got Sylvia's tag first in that very first swap as well. Oh, come out. There we go. This one is from Jean Godby. And even the card is a work of art. Look at that.
Nice.
All hand-stitched card and everything. Love this. I can pinch some ideas from Emilia Fiore from that one.
Yeah.
You have to see the back as well, look. Little smiley star. How cute. I think what I'm going to do is see if I can get one of those white branch trees. The one that I had made myself got all broken. I think John chucked it away last year. But I'm going to see if I could get one of them and put it on the table behind me. So in the run up to Christmas, I can hang all my tags on it as they come in. And then I'll be putting them together into a book. So that one's from Jean. This one, and so Jean's in the UK. I think all the ones I've had so far have been from the UK, except this one I'm showing you now, which has come from Sweden. This is from Annette fancy. In Sweden. Annette Stigsdotter. So here's the tag. And she did this. This is stitched onto the card, but I mean, obviously it's made to come off, so I can incorporate that into my little book. I'm going to make to put them in. Cute. Got a little crocheted flower there. I just love it when you get all these different textures and things.
I like eating the flowers.
And all these lovely little bits as well to use. And this variegated thread she made herself. I don't know what she's coloured it with. But it's beautiful colours, like kind of rainbow. I always love a rainbow theme.
That'll look cool using something.
Yeah, probably in the book that I make to put the tags in. I'll use all these bits with it as well. Yeah.
See, another example of something that you've got to not be precious about and use it in things.
Yeah, exactly. There's no point in just keeping it and not using it, is there?
Well, it's even worse then. If someone's made something for you
and you're
not using it, it's like a slap in the face.
I tell you what, Susan, previously I've got all my tags ready and then I've posted them all out. So it last time, say it was the 31st of December, like it is this time. It was the 31st of whichever month I did last time. I sat out round 3. So whenever was the last posting date for round 2, say it was the 31st or something, I would have literally been posting them out on the 31st, but that happened to fall on a Sunday, so I sat up all night the night before. Finally, I'd made all of the squares, and sat up the night before writing all the cards and wrapping everything up and putting them all in envelopes to get them out in time on the last day. That's how I last minute. I always warn people I'm not going to be quick off the mark, because that's fine if that's how you work and that's how you enjoy it. But if you want to just take your time and go slow in it, that's what slow stitching is to me. It's just chill out, chill out time. So I always warn people they're going to be waiting, but this time I've started posting them out as I've got them ready, and I'm kind of doing them in the order they've come in, sort of, but not completely. This one was from Lucy. I think I've seen Lucy in here. This is you can see her inspiration for her colours. And
Lucy just posted something in live stream follow along as well.
Oh, did she? Beautiful. And Lucy, like me, loves all the bazaar stuff and everything. I said to her she must try and come to the event next year. It's so amazing. I love this. Now I've forgotten again she told me what the goddess is called, and it's gone. And look, it's got an A on it as well.
Oh, Lucy has to go to
pick
up the grandson.
The back is so ridiculously neat.
Bye, Lucy.
Bye, Lucy. Thanks for popping in. Well, not just popping in, she's been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
Beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful. And as always, every time I've opened one so far, I've ended up getting all emotion.
Of course.
You can't help it. It's just quite something. Here's now, even before I take it out the envelope, can anybody guess who this one's from? Yes, the bazaar. Go for it. Go for it. Ganesha. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, so yes, first prize to Jan, second prize to Sue. Yes, this is from Tori. You can tell just by the envelope.
Classic Tori.
And if you couldn't tell by the envelope, you could tell by the card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it lovely? And look at it's got all the Tory twinkles. It's Torious. I'm determined to make that word catch on. It's completely Torious. And look, even the back. I love it. I love these kind of batik fabrics. I've been putting a heart on the back of mine as well, and it's a slightly different way, but yeah. I even love this ribbon that's gone through as well. It's just beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
It is just an amazing thing to hold in your hands something that somebody has made for you. It's just like, I don't think I'm ridiculous getting emotional about it. I just think it is.
I mean, you're ridiculous for a great many things, but perhaps
but not
that.
for that. Yeah.
So many other things.
So many other things. Putting up with you for one.
I mean, 41 years.
And last but not least, in fact, last but actually first, this one's from Sylvia. It's got a lovely handmade card with all the little Christmas mice on, which is really cute. And the tag is like collaged fabrics inspired by a Norfolk beach, which I think is brilliant. Love that. And it's really sweet there because Sylvia knows I live in Norfolk. Of course she does, because she had to send me the tag. Christmassy fabric on the back.
Oh, do you live in Norfolk? I had no idea.
Yeah. So do you,
I live around there, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's about time I moved.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? It's just, I sat out the last one, as I said, and because I just had so much else going on. And and I'd done it twice, sort of, it was only June last year that we started, so I had done two. I thought, well, let's just give it a break this time, but actually I really missed, and I felt so left out sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else's swaps going back and forth. They're all beautiful, Jackie.
They are.
It's a little bit awkward getting to this when I'm doing like these little stitches and I've got to go from underneath. That's a little bit awkward, but it's nothing to do with the paints. That's just the nature of what I'm doing. I'd be interested to try, because this is supposed to work on leather and suede and things as well. It'd be fun to paint on a pair of, I think I've got a pair of black, not actual leather probably, I don't know. But anyway, black supposedly leather boots. I'm just wondering about painting on them. That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What could I paint on them? What could I paint? Let's have some ideas from the chat. What could I paint on a pair of boots?
Leaves and flowers.
Yes, that's kind of what I've done now.
Yeah. I fail to see your point.
I mean, I would like leaves and
Left
flowers.
and right is a very good shout. Stop it.
And might be more and more useful as time goes on.
Paint feet and hairy toes. People won't know you're wearing them.
If only he was sat here, he'd be getting a clip round the ear roll, wouldn't he?
Well, clip around the ankles.
Metafiori, yes!
Yes.
That's top of the list. Jan, I think it'd be lovely. I could take a piece out of I could take a section out of a Klimt painting.
Oh.
and use that as well. In fact, actually, you could try and replicate other old masters on a pair of boots. That could be fun.
Yeah.
See, having this community is like whenever you need a brainstorming session.
Yeah, if you didn't already have ideas, you'd be sorted.
Well, you need to bounce ideas off each other to get more ideas. or problem solve, in a crafty way. Just stuck that straight into my finger then. I didn't even flinch.
What an idiot.
Starry Night would be amazing on boots, wouldn't it? Skulls occurred to me. Somebody suggested, was it you, Tom, suggested this the other day? That if I got a leather jacket, I could do kind of like the Hells Angels kind of thing on the back, but with artifartists instead.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Of course, if you wore it out in public, nobody else would know what an artifartist was. So, but it's probably fairly self-apparent.
If they went downwind of you, they'd understand.
Toadstools. I'm going to go back through afterwards and write all these ideas down. You've lost or found. Doc Martens has some lovely ones with painted roses. I could look at them for ideas. Oh, maybe I could just do a whole load of different things on them. I do like the idea of incorporating left and right. Please look after this hobbit, thank you. You still there, Tom? You've gone awful quiet.
Yeah, just because I'm on push to talk, I'm trying to do the... I mean, you'll see what I'm doing.
Are you actually doing some painting?
Well, I'm doing the drawing stage of it at the moment, but yeah.
Doc Martin type bit with Alice in Wonderland characters. Oh, I did Alice in Wonderland characters on a Russian doll one time. Handy.
You did, yeah. And I said the top of it looked like a bumhole.
Yes, you did. It doesn't look like a bumhole. It does not look like a bumhole.
No, it doesn't look like it looks like you're looking out from the inside of a bumhole.
That's not the idea.
You'll see, guys, it does.
This is my take on Alice in Wonderland. So it's a Russian doll set, which you can see how far I got with the net. Sorry for the squeak. I had decided what was going to go on the inside ones. I think I've got 5 altogether. I think I was going to make the littlest one inside be the drink me bottle. Oh look, Granny's China popped up again. Yeah. So this is supposed to look like if you turned the rabbit hole that she falls down inside out. So there's all the little things on the shelves. And she's falling down, she's like a puppet, kind of. And then this is what Tom says, it's like a bum hole. Doesn't. That's looking... So if it's inside out, that's looking at the sky through the rabbit hole. She's just fallen down. Now that you've finished
it more, it looks less like a bum hole. But in the original stages, it was...
So yeah, I've now got to decide what to put on the... Oh, look, there's the little hedgehogs rolled up for the croquet balls. Jam tarts, cat... Don't know why it's a butterfly. Oh, and I put in some things we were working on at the time, so that was a hand of one of the puppets we were making, Tom.
Yeah.
Marmalade. Oh, look, little logo snuck in. Golden key. So I think I wanted to bring the tea party in. I was thinking maybe the Queen of Hearts needed to go somewhere and the White Rabbit needed to go somewhere. But obviously you've got to look at what you can fit on the size of thing that you've got. Ah, is that the smallest one? No, actually, there's more than I remembered. So I guess this little small one could be the drink me bottle. Maybe the next one could be the baby. Stroke pig. Maybe something else small, like the dormouse in a teapot. It could be a teapot and then the dormouse sticking out the top. That one could be the white rabbit. Mad Hatter. Oh, Queen of Hearts. That would work, wouldn't it? That's most of my favourite characters, I think. Never fit them all in. Of course, I could actually be clever and paint on the inside, but I don't think I've got the patience for it. That might just get a coat of one colour or something. Yeah. I must get round to finishing that one day. Smoking caterpillar, I forgot that, and then I could do a toadstool, because he was sitting on a toadstool, wasn't he? And I do like painting toadstools.
We definitely need to see your dad's wood-turned mushrooms, Nicola. I already love the sound of them. If they're being mentioned in the context of me talking about stuff, they must be hilarious.
Now I'm picturing. And I bet your dad doesn't realise. Or does he?
Or he does.
If Tom was going to be making wood-turned mushrooms, that's another thing I must get around to doing more of. I've got my mini lathe, haven't I?
Yeah, if only you had a lathe, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. That's my missing Jabberwocky. Got to put a Cheshire Cat. Cheshire Cat! Oh, the penny has dropped. Oh. Oh, I love sitting here doing a bit of stitching with everybody. It has almost exactly the same feeling as it used to when I used to meet up with Trina and Kate and Rosie and Amanda and Karen, and we would all get together. We had use of the kind of back room of a pub that you could have meetings and things there. And when we first started going, they didn't charge us for it. It was just on the understanding we'd have our lunch there and buy coffees and things. Occasionally we'd have wine with our lunch, but usually it was just like coffees and teas. And that was brilliant. But then they suddenly put the price up from nothing to £100 or something. Basically, we couldn't have it for nothing anymore. So
yeah, and the facilities weren't good enough for them to be charging, really, were they?
No, not that much. No, I mean, I can imagine that's what, if it was going for like corporate things, having meetings there, I guess they'd pay that and they write it up to tax, don't they? But for us, it was like 5 or 6 of us. You know, we'd have to still find the money, even if only 2 of us could turn up that particular time, and it was too much. It was just stupid. So. We'd have an art swap all about Alice in Wonderland. Yeah. There's so much scope in it. There's so much scope in that book, isn't there? One of that, along with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, very early happy memories of those books.
Well, it's nice having a book written about you, isn't it?
Also, I noticed on... it's Kerry. I saw Kerry in earlier on, didn't I? One of the Artifartober prompts was endings, and she did the endings of a certain number of books. And 2 or 3 of them that she'd chosen were like my favourite books. And it reminded me how much I used to love Enid Blyton's The Faraway Tree. Loved that book. Well, we were going to start another art swap immediately after Christmas, Tracy Ann, so maybe we could give that a Alice in Wonderland theme. I think pretty much anybody could find something to...
It's pretty varied, isn't it? By its nature, there's a lot of weirdness covered, so...
Yeah. And I mean, if you didn't want to... interpret sort of characters in the story or whatever, there's a lot of stuff around. I've gone blank now. What was he called? The guy who wrote it? Oh, for goodness sake. Who wrote Alice in Wonderland? I've gone completely blank.
It was Jeff Capes.
It wasn't. There's a lot of interesting stuff about him and...
That was Jeremy Beadle.
And the real Alice, and lots of very interesting looking and quite questionable in some ways, actually, but we won't go into that, pictures of Alice and her sisters and things. So you could definitely do some interesting collage work and things like that with them if you weren't up for actually kind of illustrating the story or whatever. So yeah, maybe we could use that as the theme.
Yeah, as everyone's correctly saying, it was Lewis Carroll, not Jeremy Beadle.
Thank you. I couldn't believe I just forgot the name.
And talking of Carol, yes, Carol, I am brave when I'm not in smacking distance. I'm also brave when I am, because she's tiny and pointless.
That he is even ruder when he's further away.
I don't know if I'm rude when I'm further away.
I think you are. I could, because you're in my headphones, I can actually hear everything that you're saying. Whereas I think a lot of times when we're live and you're next to me, I can't hear a lot. Because when I watch it back after, I can see you making all these sarky comments and laughing at me. And I missed it at the time.
Because you're too busy shouting.
Shut up. Not big, funny, or clever.
I mean, you say that. And yet... I'm getting a round of applause, so... Of all the buttons I could be pressing, you should be glad it's that one.
Oh, I was going to do something clever there, but I can't find the... Oh, I can't find the buttons.
She's lost it.
I've lost the buttons.
That's because they're not there.
Why aren't they there?
Scene collection.
Oh. I've been to the real place where Alice stayed for her school holidays in Wales. What's it called, Tracy Ann? Can you remember? I sounded really Norfolk then. Can you remember? Really Norfolk, that wasn't it?
It's not like you to sound Norfolk.
I keep admiring my backside. Look. I mean, it's not the neatest. I bet proper embroiderers would be neater, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it neater than that as well, if I was live.
Doing it in front of everybody.
Yeah.
So who else has got... Sylvia and I have got 28 swaps. 28 tags to make.
God.
Well, that first time, it was twice that many, wasn't it? So... is it Llandudno? Yeah, I can't spell that either, but I think I know what you mean.
Lisa's off. See you, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa. Thanks for popping in. Tori's got 16. And then once I've got various things out the way at the moment, and all my tags made for this swap, I really must get back to putting my squares I've already got from previous swaps into books. It's such
easy. You ain't got much on, so...
It's actually genuinely such an enjoyable process that I don't know, it surprises me that I haven't got round to it, but it's not really surprising. It's because I've been doing 5,000 other things, but...
Yeah. Doing 5,000 things sure doesn't make it easy to fit one more in.
No. Yeah, 4's a good start for a newbie, definitely. And I think I'd rather... especially to start with, just do one or two and see how you get on, and really enjoy the process rather than stress yourself out doing too many.
Yeah. I
think that first time, the enthusiasm for the whole idea just took me so much by surprise. I couldn't bring myself to say no to it. I was just going, yeah, okay. And suddenly, you've got 45 swapsters. And it's like, oop, I can't let anybody down now. I did have a blast with it though. It was amazing. What a memory that will be, when I look back in years to come, that's going to be something that will really stick out that time.
You think you're going to remember things in years to come?
I won't remember my name, but I will remember the Great Big Little Stitchery Swap.
All the people in the cheap home will be like, yes, that's great. We've got no idea what you're talking about.
Did you hear him say cheap home then, by the way? It's probably going to be a little shack by the side of the road, I expect. That's where he's going to put me.
Side of the road, luxury.
We had to live in the middle of the road.
Classic sketch.
Yeah. Oh, here's me. He's supposed to be doing this kind of on camera, and I've just forgotten where I am. But that's a good sign. That means I'm chilled out. I'm just going to go and check in the live stream follow along room, see if there's anything else I missed.
Yes.
Oh, there's Kerry Ann's. I've just finished. I think it's finished. Completed 3 prompts today. Tomorrow's a Friday. Wow. That's a good idea if you can combine them so all 3 go together. In the Woods, Storytime and Owl. Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood had a pet owl called Beaky. I love that. Oh, I love those. Kerry Ann's doing a lot of this 3D stuff now. Some of her 3D things are amazing.
Yeah.
Like even the off the top of my head, I can remember like a 3D car, like the dashboard of a car and everything. It's just, yeah. Where do you keep them all, Kerry? Is Kerry still there? Oh, got to go back here now. I haven't seen her for a bit. Maybe she's wandered off, or she's busy drawing.
She was there last time. You asked if she was there.
Oh, I missed it.
Just didn't read her messages. It's fine.
I'm just so rude. Right. Okay, I'm going to use this bit of yellow to finish around here now, I think. This is a bit rough around the edges, this flower, but I don't think it's going to matter once I've got that stitching. So what does everybody think? Before I might have to do it and then risk the possibility that I won't like it and I'll have to unpick it. But I'm thinking for the outline, of kind of all of the shapes, I'm thinking like a charcoal grey. And I don't know whether to... I'm not very good at it, but I'm just wondering whether I can do... Is it called a split stitch? Or stem stitch? Split stem stitch? Oh, I'm probably getting 2 stitches muddled up together. Because basically what I want to end up with is just a fine, solid line. I thought about doing it with paint markers, but decided I wanted stitching. I might be cutting that a bit too close. Oh, I don't know. So, yeah, where I've got these... doesn't like focusing on that. Where I've got the fine lines around all of the outlines there. Or, I could do, like I've done there, a back stitch and whip it to get a reasonably solid line, but... Stitch. Split stitch is more of a line than back stitch. Yeah, split stitch. Maybe I'll try... Oh, thank you, Jan. I'm going to see if I can... I'm sure I've got some charcoal. I've got some in here.
Oh, I have no doubt that you've got some.
Don't know what colour this actually is. Oh, that's pretty true to it on the... I think those are slightly different, but near enough you're not going to see it. And I think that's actually slightly purplish grey, if anything, but I think that'll work. Do we think...
Comes across as quite purple on camera.
Does it? I'm thinking too... Because I just don't want black. I think that could work. And if I use 2 strands, I can do a split stitch. So for a split stitch, you go kind of back slightly, don't you? But split the thread as you come up.
Yeah. I think that's what I was doing for most of the outlines in the embroidery. It's very good for following a line because you can kind of, if it's slightly off, you can guide it back into place.
Right.
Around curves and stuff.
Right, yeah. Okay, I'm going to try that. And I think those are near enough the same. If they're not the same. They might be the same but different dialogue. Just it does annoy me.
I do, yeah. It's completely accidental, of course. I'd never annoy you on purpose.
Wouldn't dream of it, would you?
No.
I've got some cream to use up. And some milk to use, because we don't usually use milk. I just had it for that cauliflower cheese the other day. I need to use it up. And I've got some potatoes to use up, so I'm going to do dauphinoise potatoes tonight.
Good old dolphin nose potatoes.
Dolphin nose potatoes. And but I don't know what I'm going to have with them yet, so I might have to go out to the shops after this and see what's on offer. Oh, Jackie, it was, wasn't it, telling me about the Too Good To Go. Oh, love that. I got the app that very day, and unfortunately there aren't that many places that I can get to on foot from here that are doing things. But if I know I'm going into town the next day, I'm going to check what there is to be picked up in town. When it's not dark until 10 o'clock, I could go... I picked up a grocery bag and a baked goods bag from a supermarket. There's easy walking distance. It's just not a walk I want to do on my own at night. So Richard came with me this time, but normally I won't want to do that by myself. John will be asleep by that time of night. You have to pick it up between 20:45 and 21:45. Other than that, there's nothing much else near me, which is frustrating because I can see what there is in other places. And I'm distracting myself now. Yes, Carol, that's a good point. I definitely could do. Welcome back, Tracy. And I saw somebody posted what they'd got from the oldie Too Good To Go bag. I think the next day after we'd been streaming, and it looked amazing, but the oldie near Tom doesn't seem to do it, and we haven't got one near enough to us.
Yeah, a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But you can get, like, there's a pub near us actually that does Carvery Too Good To Go bags. I think it only costs £3.29, and it'll be whatever they've got left on the Carvery basically. So yeah, it is late when you pick things up. I know some of the places do like early morning pickups, and there are some midday and tea time ones, but none of the places near to us do them. So yeah. Yeah, it's a brilliant thing, isn't it? And I think depending on where you live, some places you'll probably, get lucky more often. Okay, might as well carry on working on this yellow flower and try this split stitch, I reckon.
I definitely need to use a proper watercolour brush.
I've got loads. You'll have to have a couple when you come over.
Yeah. For those not aware, I recently got a set of little tiny pocket sketches set of watercolours, and all I'm using is the tiny little travel brush that comes with it, which consists of about 3 hairs. It looked like a normal brush if the Hobbit was holding it, but...
I don't know if Waitrose does it. I haven't noticed any Waitroses, Carol, on the app, but then the app is only showing me what's near to me, and I don't have a Waitrose near to me. Toy's daughter got 6 Krispy Kreme donuts for £3. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I've noticed Krispy Kreme that comes up a lot. The nearest one to us would be a bus ride into town, and it's really not worth it. But 10 Bob Jackie is in what? What were we talking about at the time? I can't remember. Jackie saw a YouTube video of a carvery bag. It was about enough for 2 people for about £3. Yeah, it was £3.29, the pub near us that does it. Did I remember my lunch today? I tried to eat an egg roll, in other words, a hard-boiled egg in a roll, quickly before I street, but I was also at the same time trying to iron this design on before I started stitching. So it's given me a bit of indigestion. I didn't quite eat all of it, but I did have something, thank you. So my belly's not rumbling this time. Making my mouth water now. They're talking about carvery takeaway. Yeah. Do you use the app as well, Tracy Ann? Have you got places near you that do that? Have you got a lot of places that do it near you? I think that's the thing, isn't it? It very much is going to depend on where you are. I think probably people in towns are going to get more choice, obviously. I think, like Carol said, if I'm not happy with how this looks at the back, I could patch in a piece of fabric just on that panel, actually, and that would be quite nice. It would make like a contrast lining. I did that too big. Let's cut back. Let's come back. Try that again. Community fridge. What is that? Is that where businesses and people put food they don't want for people who need to help themselves to, or something? There's someone up the road obviously has a veg garden or an allotment. There are allotments near us, and every so often there's a box up the road somebody puts out with surplus in. So I picked up a pumpkin there the other day, made lovely pumpkin soup with it, and they had carrots and cabbages in there, and we've had all sorts from there before. And I thought next time I take something, I'm going to go and take a card down and leave a little card saying, "Thank you, we really enjoy."
Yeah,
we really enjoy your surplus vegetables. Courgettes, that's another one that all those kind of things that if you grow veg you do tend to have gluts of. Tomatoes we've had. Am I doing this right then? So it's like a back stitch, but instead of going to there, I'm going back halfway up the other stitch and splitting it
Looks
between the
about
two.
right.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a broken nail there. I hate that. I haven't got my nail clippers with me. Can't use these left-handed. Oh, yes, I can. The only trouble is with this is it's not gonna look so good on the back. It is going to be messy on the back because it's more like a back stitch, isn't it? I'm just wondering if it's also going to be, if that line going to be a bit too bold. What do we think? I want it reasonably bold, I suppose. I think I can only do it and see what I think once I've done a little length of it. Got dragged out to the supermarket. Ugh. I never go to the supermarket. Well, no, I do. I don't go to the supermarket for our main shop, but I have got into the habit of going and looking for the bargains most days now, because since my older son has been here, he tends to go out early in the morning, and has got me into the habit of looking for bargains. But I only do it kind of, I haven't kind of got to do it because the main shop comes in is delivered by Sainsbury's. So I will have to do it today though, because I've got no kind of protein for dinner tonight.
Yeah,
I
you
would
got
quite
something
happily,
with the potatoes.
Well, I could quite happily just sit and eat a dish of Dauphinoise potatoes on their own. Really.
I mean, I can't say I've never done that before. Maybe
with some nice cabbage or something. Savoy cabbage, and yeah, see, I wouldn't need anything else. What do we think? Is that a bit wobbly as well? I don't want to ruin all this work by getting the stitching wrong. Second opinion, is that going to be too thick of a line? How thick is it on there? I feel like it's too...
It's quite bold.
Yeah. Is it going to ruin it? It's really hard to tell.
I don't know about ruin.
Or like a meal deal, Sylvia.
I think that level of thickness, but in like a darker version of the colour of the flower you're outlining, wouldn't be too bold. But...
Yeah. I did quite like the look of the definite... Oh, wasn't it tricky?
That's really easy.
Because I love this colour. But I don't think I'm going to be happy with that. Okay, cutting it out. How annoying. And I could try it with one strand, but then I can't do the split thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to split one strand, am I? Which then it will bring me back to a running stitch or back stitch.
Yeah, splitting a single strand would be a struggle.
Yeah, especially in my old eyes. Oh. Yeah, Jackie's just said the same thing. Mr. Google says cream is high in lactose, protein and fat. Thank you, Google. Kara saying she thinks paler would be better. Yeah, which is kind of what you're saying, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bit annoyed now because I love this colour, but it's not working for this, is it?
No.
Poop. Okay. That also means I've got to look for suitable colours as well. It's got to be right because this is something I want to last for years, and I'm actually going to be wearing it in public, so I've worn it a lot, this jacket, actually, just as it is since I got it.
Yeah,
come on, I can't get these last bits out. It's just really handy. It's just a nice weight, just when you need a bit of something, but nothing too heavy. And to get it for less than 15 quid, I was pretty pleased. Okay, think again. I have got other threads, obviously. This isn't the only thread I've got. Just hoping I didn't have to go ferreting up there, but... ferreting it is. Now, have I got any other yellow threads?
I mean, you might have to find one somewhere.
Mushroom risotto. Ooh, risotto, yes. Oh no, I've got to use up that cream. You can put cream in risotto, but it's not authentic, so can't do it.
It would be cheating.
See, to me, this is almost kind of doing a Payne's grey thing because it's got that bluish to it. Almost purplish kind of, yeah. That's why I thought I'd like it. I think if I could get it as fine as one strand, I'd be happy with that. I think that would be about right. That's kind of the effect I want. But I can't get one strand in stitching without it being this back stitch. I think if it's just back stitch, I won't like it. Oh, these things. So So, Yep. What about that?
Maybe.
Well, that which is almost brown, really. It's like a golden. Yeah, I think that might be it, something like that. That's probably not dark enough, is it?
Hey, something a little darker.
Yeah. That's the same as that. I mean, it might be all right. It might be dark enough. I think those aren't that different from each other. Okay. Left or right? Let's have a vote. I'm happy to try one and then take it out and start again if I need to, but I don't think my eyes are up to one strand stem stitch, although I kind of feel like that would be the... No, my eyes won't do it.
You could try it.
I could try it. Maybe I should try it. Jenny's saying right. Jackie's saying right. Okay. There's more rights than lefts. I'm going to try this, but before that, I'm going to try and see if I can achieve a one strand stem stitch, because that would enable me to use this colour, which I love on it. We'll see. It might be that I could do it if I had my goggles on. But that kind of takes away the chillness of doing a bit of slow stitching if you've got to have your magnifying goggles on, do you know what I mean?
There's a bit.
And I certainly can't have the goggles on and these headphones, so I'll try the one strand. Oh, hang on. Sorry. When you said stem stitch, I was in my mind reading split stitch. No, stem stitch. Yes, I haven't got to split the thing. So stem stitch is where you go kind of just slightly to one side of it and you can make it curve, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, I will attempt a stem stitch. Let's go for that. That's me not really paying attention to what people are actually saying.
It's very rude.
I am rude though, so...
I mean, I know that, but I thought you didn't want these guys to know.
Marian's saying left. I think if it comes to having to use the other colour, I will have to try both the darker and the lighter and see which works best. But let's have a quick look before I get stuck into this. Let's have a quick look in. Let's follow along room, see if I've missed anything. Yes, I have. There's Jenny's work in progress.
I'm not keeping up with stuff at all right now.
I'm not. I am. The last thing
I'm not.
Oh, right. Is that because you're busy painting?
Yeah, and it's shit as well.
Is it? Well, you're going to have to post a picture as well then. I love that, Jenny.
No chance. Unfortunately, I can't post a picture because you stole my camera. Shame.
So what's this going to be for, Jenny? So 2 of the squares have got cats in and the other 2 have got flowers in. What's this going to be? I love that cat, bottom right cat especially. I love that face. Jenny's dyslexic, she meant to vote left.
Fantastic.
Or wrapped running stitch with one strand. That's another thought as well, because that would be a bit softer, wouldn't it, than the... Yeah, okay. Right. So I'm gonna try a stem stitch. Stem stitch might feel a little awkward as I've got to keep going from the back and then back to the top again. I don't know. Also because I'm rubbish at it. But it's worth it if it looks what I want. And I'm kind of relying on this outline stitching to tidy up the edges where my painting's a bit rough. Well, I have to say another good thing about these fabric paints that I just took for granted and didn't even remark upon at the time. Remark upon? That was a bit posh. It's like there's no bleeding outside the edges. Even when I watered it down quite a bit so that it would give me a smoother edge, it didn't bleed out, which is pretty impressive, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of these paints, I must say. I must try and remember to leave that link to them in case anybody wants to. Well, that's blooming rubbish. That's coming out. I can't exactly put this in a embroidery hoop or anything to make things easier on myself, or a frame. It's a lovely day outside at the moment. What's the weather like for everybody? Both of the same friend, abandoned projects after to finish and give back to her. Have you heard about that thing called loose ends, Jenny? I signed up for it, but I haven't been given anything to do yet. But it's a worldwide thing. You sign up for loose ends as a finisher and say what kind of crafts you can do or you're interested in doing, and they put you in touch with people who've, like, maybe they've lost someone who had started a project and they want someone to finish it for them or whatever, so that they can have, you know, it's a connection to that person that they've lost, you know. Like, say their granny had started knitting them a blanket but never got to finish it. You finish it for them and send it to them, and it's a wonderful thing. So I signed up for it all enthusiasm, and but I haven't heard anything since. But well, this is a little
maybe
bit.
They looked at your channel.
Yeah, could be. This is a little bit crooked, but I think as it's a petal, that don't really matter, does it? I think it's okay. I might get better at it as I go along.
Yeah, I mean, it's a natural thing. It's not meant to be perfect.
No.
In fact, it would look wrong if it wasn't a bit crooked.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, bit nippy here as well, Jan. Yeah. Beautiful autumn day in Somerset. Bit overcast where Karen is. Yeah. I think it's just called Loose Ends. Or it's looseends.org. I think I posted a link in the Facebook group at some point, but it's probably ages ago. You never find it now. Very, very worthy project, I think. Such a lovely idea. I sort of said various crafts I'd be happy to have a go. And what happens is that so somebody can get in touch with them and say, I've got this bag of stuff and this half-finished project that my granny started or whatever. I'd like for someone to finish it, not quite sure what she was going to do with it or where this bit was going to go. I don't knit myself, or whatever the craft is. Then they look for people in the area who have said they could do that particular craft, and they get in touch with them and they say, would you be interested in this? And then if you say yes, I'm up for that, then they put you in touch with the person who has the unfinished project, and you talk to them about any sort of details you need to decide on. And yeah, I just think it sounds like such a brilliant idea. What do we think? I'm a bit happier with that.
Yes, that's better.
Yeah. England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. Where this project is worldwide, if that's what you're meaning, Jackie? Is that completely worldwide? Thank you. Right, I'm going to keep going with this now then. And oh yeah, Carol's down in Sussex. I'm hoping I might get to meet Carol next year if she goes to the Sussex Prairie Gardens event. How's this looking on the back? Oh, not too bad, look. I think I will end up, though. I will take the opportunity to practice my tidy backsides, but I have a feeling I will be patching in a bit of fabric on the back to tidy it up. But yeah, it's a good chance to practice my invisible whatnot. So this is going to take me a month of Sundays, isn't it? Going through around all of the outlines in this design. But I think although that maybe looks a tad overbold, once it's all done, I think that'll be all right. And then I'll do the lines on the petals in a deeper pink, but I'll still use this black outline for the very outside.
Yeah, you need to bear the cheerleader effect in mind, don't you?
Yeah. And I might put some like beads in the centre of here and things like that. Dot some sequins around. I do like the idea of adding a butterfly because a butterfly it's very symbolic thing for me. For lots of people, I think. Symbolic of, rebirth and freedom and letting go of things, and I just think it's a really important symbol. So I wouldn't mind getting a butterfly in here somewhere. Yeah. That little daub of orange paint will become a happy accident. And actually it makes me think I might make the actual butterfly orange too, because that'll balance up with this one orange flower. And I like this blue as well, and you get butterflies in that colour, don't you? So I could have an orange and a blue butterfly, and that would balance everything up, maybe. Don't know, that's a way down the line yet.
Yeah.
You often get a piece of fabric over embroidered items. Not only does it tidy it up, but it protects the stitches and wear. Yeah, good point. Yeah, because otherwise if you keep like catching the knots and things, it could come undone in the end, couldn't it?
Yes, and that would be a shame.
Yeah. I can tell Tom's actually doing some painting because he's so quiet and he stopped taking the mickey.
Yeah.
Right,
best part is the outcome is terrible. Intentionally so, because I chose something awful to paint.
What are you painting? Is it too rude to show?
No. It's just ridiculous. I'm going to have to show you the picture at some point so you can tell what it is.
Oh no, is it going to be like that? Be back to when you were a kid and I don't know which way up it is.
Oh, you'll know which way up it is. It's just awful. I'm going to blame my tools.
You have got that
having
awful
this
brush.
terrible paintbrush is not helping.
Yeah, don't let it put you off.
I can't do a proper wash on anything.
Tom did find these really good. Was it Zoe recommended it? Really good watercolour paper pads.
Oh, the watercolour paper, yeah.
Yeah,
Zoe recommended them. It's one of the ones that you guys got in Scrawler Box once.
Clairefontaine.
It's, Clairefontaine Aquarelle watercolour. Yeah.
Cold pressed 300 GSM.
Yeah. 3 pads with 50 sheets each. £15 total.
That's just nuts. Crazy money.
I don't know if it's good watercolour paper because I've never done watercolour.
I did bring that piece back to have a go. Oh, I probably got that handy. Yeah. So this is the one sheet I brought back to have a go. I don't think you'll be able to see very much. You can see it's quite sturdy. It's got
you can
quite
hear
a lot
how thick it is.
Yeah, it's got quite a lot of texture on one side. That's not going to help, is it? I'm trying to see if I can get it to an angle where you can actually see the texture, but
you're not going to be able to see that.
There you go.
With the
You
YouTube
see it a little
compression
bit.
and stuff very well.
No,
Yeah, maybe a bit.
that's the best I'm going to get, and it's a bit smoother on the other side. Can't see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to giving it a go. It's sized inside and out or something, it said, didn't it? Which I haven't come across that expression before.
Sizing.
Yeah. So, and it's 100% cellulose. But yeah, 15 quid for 3 pads of 50 sheets. That's just stupid cheap. If it's good, but to be honest, for that price, I mean, if you just used it to make, painted cards and things.
Yes.
Do you know what? It's only 10 minutes from time to finish. I need to start saying my goodbyes. Where did the time go?
It's because I haven't been able to insult you as much.
Tori's used it before. It's a nice paper. Oh well, Tori, we'll take Tori's expertise on that, definitely. Nikki says love Clairefontaine papers. You're drawing on pastel mat. Yeah, I love pastel mat. It's expensive though, but it is good. Bye, Jackie. Thanks for coming. We're off in a minute anyway.
See you, Jackie.
Well, thank you to everybody for joining us and making it another fun crafting day. Craft club. This is, again, it's just reminding me of when we used to have that thing in the back room of the pub, and it was always, what, is it 4 o'clock already? I think we used to start at 10 and finish at 4. And we used to stop in the middle and go and have lunch out in the main part of the pub, which is a really nice treat. That's the only thing that's missing.
You had your egg sandwich.
I had my wolfed egg sandwich, yeah. Look, this is clearly going to take me ages, but I quite like the line that's giving me. What do we think? That's not very good stem stitch. Do I need to make, so expert stem stitchers, do I need to make my stitches longer? Is that what I'm doing wrong? Because I've seen people do stem stitch with a much smoother line than that.
I've seen people do really, really short ones as well, so it has more of a sort of textured look. Right.
Which for a leaf would be quite good, wouldn't it? I might deliberately do that on the leaves.
Yeah, so if you're trying to do a stem, then you might want them quite sort of short and diagonal.
Yeah. Thank you, Annie and Tom. Have you put a picture of the finished figure, Tori, in the follow along room? Do you think it looks all right, Jan? I suppose, I mean, who's going to look as close as that anyway, if it's on the back of a jacket? You're not, are you?
Yeah, if someone's looking that close, they are too close to you.
Yeah. I should embroider a tiny word. Get away from me. You are too close. I'm going to find this very absorbing to do. So it's just the perfect kind of thing to sit in front of the telly and do. Well, I better stop for a minute now and say my goodbyes, hadn't I? I don't know when to stop now. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah. Thank you, Liz. Yes, I suppose it's, yeah. Thanks for coming, Carol. I hope you get your PC sorted soon. Oh, lovely. We'll have a quick look now before I go. One last look in the follow along room. Oh, there it is. Wow. That's detailed painting, isn't it? I could get into doing that. It's because I love doing miniatures. I could definitely get into doing that. Because I need another hobby, so I must remember that. Well, I'm going to say my goodbyes now.
You do spend a lot of time doing nothing.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, we really enjoy. I really enjoy doing these. I feel like I've had a proper craft club. Yeah. I would have coffee and biscuits by the side, I think, except that I'd have to then I'd have to learn how to mute myself and remember to do it. Is that your
stomach we just said?
It is. Can you hear it? It's because, yeah.
You mentioned biscuits and it went,
biscuits. Give me biscuits. But yeah, that half a wolfed egg roll was not enough. I'm keeping hold of my thing there because I'm going to lose it otherwise. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, like we need any more, Tori. I'm going to go back through tomorrow and watch all the chat as well, see if I missed anything. Shortbread. No, it'd be criminal to dunk that in tea. What you need to do is pile it with cream and strawberries. Okay, right, I'm going to say goodbye and see if I can remember how to stop streaming now. Thank you ever so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you again next week, hopefully.
Yes.
Or nobody will turn up.
And if you haven't, liked, followed, subscribed, all those
all
nonsense things.
Oh, yeah.
Then,
I think I'm like... I think I've only got like 10 more or something to go. And then I can make my Lego thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to practice first. I'm not even going to take it out the bag. I bet I'm going to embarrass myself, but still, it'd be a fun way to celebrate it. Okay, right, I'm going. If I can remember how to do it. Bye, everybody.
You probably can. Bye, guys.
Controls. Wait a minute.